As our pretend awesome agency gets larger and larger, we now want to appear a little bit more professional. Up until now, we've been using the SeekBeak.com domain to send out our links and whatnot, and that's great. However, we would like to brand it with our own domain name. So let's take a look at how easy it is to set up custom domains. To follow along with the video, you're going to need to have a custom domain add-on, whether it's included in your plan or purchased through the add-ons area. I'm going to click the custom domain area here. And it says, okay, you must create a custom DNS record pointing to this address before proceeding. If you don't know how to do it yourself, you'll probably want to contact your registrar or whoever is hosting your domain name and ask them how to create a CNAME. We do also have a blog post which gives you some examples on how to set it up yourself. You can search for that on our blog page as well. I'm going to flick over to Cloudflare here. Now what we need to do is we need to add that CNAME record. So CNAME is basically a pointer that says, hey, when someone types in this web address, behind the scenes, send them to this other server, which is exactly what we're going to do. So we want tours.awesomeagency.com to go to whitelabel.seekbeak.com. We're going to set this TTL here to auto. If you're using Cloudflare or something else that does something called proxying, you want to make sure that's turned off. So all we want to do is we just want to send this to this. And so we can save that and go back here. And now, if that's all set up correctly, it's going to say, okay, well, we're going to check for a valid CNAME now. And sure enough, that was a valid CNAME. Our custom domain has been created. So now you'll see here we have this pending activation status for our new domain name. Behind the scenes on the SeekBeak servers, it's going to set up SSL certificates and all your security and the routing and all that fun nerdy stuff for you. And thanks to the wonders of video technology, I should just be able to refresh the screen now. And there we go. Our domain name status is active. Now, what are these two other options down here? Favicon, as it's known, also known as a shortcut icon or a website icon, is that little picture that appears in browser tabs. So if you have a little icon already done up for your company, feel free to upload it there. The redirect URL. So right now, if I type in tours.awesomeagency.com, and let's just do that right now, I am greeted with the login screen for Awesome Agency. So now you can log in using your normal details. However, you don't have to use a SeekBeak.com domain. You can now log in using your own domain. So I'm now logged in to tours.awesomeagency.com, and it looks, well, exactly the same as it would if I had been logged in to SeekBeak.com. So let's open up one of these fantastically complicated 360 images that we've got here. And I'm just going to click share and I'll go to the public URL link. And you'll notice that all of these URLs now take into account the domain name that we are logged in as. This also works for tour guide. Okay, so if I type in Tim, I'd like to give a tour guide tour to somebody. You'll notice now that the tour guide link is also tours.awesomeagency.com. SeekBeak gives you a couple options here as to how things should behave when people just type in tours.awesomeagency.com. Some clients of ours would like to keep it the way it is, where they're presented with a login screen because that's how they've set things up with their users. However, other people may want to redirect to a storefront or their main webpage or something like that. So we give you the option using this redirect URL. Now, for example, I'm just going to type in Google, just for an example. And then up at the top bar here, I'm going to type in tours.awesomeagency.com. And look at that. We're automatically redirected to whatever URL we put in there. Tim, you're saying, how do I log in then if my URL redirects all the time? Well, if we flick back here, you'll see that there's a little text blurb under here that tells you if you redirect your domain, you can still sign in. You just have to put a /login after it. And so you'll see if I type in tours.awesomeagency.com/login, voila, I'm brought back to my login page. That is how you can set up a custom domain name to brand your entire 360 experience with SeekBeak.